So with Jules Salter, the navigator on RAN Racing. Jules, talk to us a little bit about this venue. It's new, it's different. What have you learned, and tell us why the sea breeze is perhaps not as what we might get in Palma, for example?
It's quite a different size and shape of island, which is less of a driver for a sea breeze, but also the weather set up here right now is quite typical of the Med in the summer, so there's sort of not much gradient around, and just where everything's set up, the gradient's dominating, and it's more of a thermal effect than a true sea breeze, but it does have some effect. We've seen it some days and not others.
So for our viewers who maybe don't understand the generation of a sea breeze, what a smaller island means what?
Well, basically, sea breeze is created by a land or something heating up a lot of air. The air rises and then it draws in the cooler air of the off the sea normally, which can give quite a good sea breeze if you've got a lot of hot air rising and a real warm place. But Ibiza is quite small and it's quite a complicated shape, and Formentera is sort of attached to it, so it makes the air a bit harder to rise and flows in different directions, so it generally makes it a little more complicated. So whereas Palma's a very big island and it heats up quite quickly, and it's sort of quite a different thing. I mean, we're also slightly in the lee of Palma. It's only 70 or 80 miles away, so it's very different here.
So what are the challenges of a new venue like this? Can you learn the patterns and what may happen, or is it pretty much looking out the boat and seeing what you get?
Yeah, well, we follow our forecasts anyway, and they forecast have got a really good idea on what's going to happen. They're the experts. But it's often the subtle differences which you see within the forecast which make the difference. So we try and sail on the racetrack and make sense of what we see, and then hopefully that fits into the overall pattern and you can get a bit of a theory going. But it's pretty hard, you know. You're only out there for 3 hours. It's not very long to sort of get a good feel of it. But
it's going to be quite warm this week.
Yeah, not super hot. Ibiza's quite nice like that. It doesn't get too hot and doesn't get too cold, so it should be good.
What kind of shape are the team in? Looking forward to a win here, perhaps? Is it your kind of conditions?
I guess any conditions can be our conditions if we do it all. If you do everything correctly, like on all these boats, you get some good results. So, we can win this one, no doubt.
Good luck.
Thanks.